Everybody, my name is Brian Alkins. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Boston Fire Department. It's my honor and pleasure to introduce you to the Boston Fire Department Commissioner and Chief of Department, Paul Burke.
Hello, welcome everybody. Let's all hope this is the last day of the heat wave, huh? Today we have a very important guest. It's Mayor Wu. So I'm going to count to three again. You got good at it out there. I want you to do it on three. We're going to say, welcome, Mayor Wu. 1, 2, 3. Welcome, Mayor Wu. Very good. How's it going? Good, good. Lieutenant Creighton's told me that you guys are doing a great job this summer. He's very proud of you. I know today's an important day. Besides having the mayor, you're learning CPR. You saw fire safety in the home. Lieutenant Perkins, Captain Preston, they did a great job. I hope you paid close attention to this. I hope you all want to be firefighters and continue this journey down the path to being firefighters. You have a lot of great services. I hope you come back next year, those of you that aren't too old. And I'd like to introduce the Mayor of Boston, Mayor Michelle Wu.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so thankful for your service. I'm so thankful for your leadership, and really honored all the time to appear alongside our great Commissioner Burke, soon to be a neighbor of mine. Yeah. He's almost moving into Rosendale. And all of our teachers and team members and leaders at the Boston Fire Department, thank you for your service. I am really excited that we will also get to hear from Aaliyah and Anthony, who have shared a little bit about their current feelings about this program, but also where they're headed in the future. So I'm already blown away and inspired and can't wait for you to hear them as well. Thank you so much to Michael Gaskins, Larry Smith, Lieutenant Perkins, Lieutenant Creighton, and everyone who's been involved in setting up this summer and making sure that our department is reaching out and connected to our community members across every neighborhood of Boston. We are in another heat wave, and this is a way that the weather is changing in Boston that we're going to have to come to expect and deal with as the summers go on. We know that all the reports tell us that in Boston, the number of 90-degree plus days are just going to go up. We did a report a couple years ago in the city, and it was on average every year there'd be something like a couple, like a 30-ish high heat days above 90 degrees. That number is expected to triple. So in a couple decades from now, we will have almost an entire summer of really hot days like the ones that we're experiencing today. And it's already happening now. June this year, June of 2022, was the hottest June that has ever been measured in Boston. These 3 weeks that we've been part of have been the hottest 3 weeks ever measured in Boston, and it's 151 years of measuring data and keeping track. We also know that it's been a long stretch too, so not just the highest temperatures, but also the longest period in a row that we've had days over 80 degrees of hot weather. We know that this extreme heat doesn't just make fires more likely, and we have seen that, and the risks that this department takes on as those fires happen in our neighborhoods and so many lives are saved. It also makes the fires much more dangerous to fight. We've seen firefighters sent to the hospital because of heat exhaustion. When you are battling those blazes and the flames in such hot weather, it just makes it that much more risky. And so today, I'm really grateful to be here just to thank our department for everything that you're doing, and also just to spread the word about the ways that the fire department is working to prevent fires and make sure that fire safety is part of every household and making that accessible to everyone. So over on the other side, Lieutenant Perkins helped demonstrate the bed shaker for us today. And again, thank you to the entire BFD fire prevention team for all that you do to get the word out. The bed shaker is a device that you can put on your nightstand, almost like an extra clock. And then the piece that I was holding on to that really does shake, that goes under your mattress or under your pillow. And for those who are deaf or hard of hearing, when you're taking out your hearing devices and going to sleep, if, God forbid, a fire happens and the alarms go off, that will help make sure that you are woken up and you are safe as well. Not many people across the city know that we even have that technology. And I think even fewer people know that it is free for residents to get one of those if you need it or if you know a family member or neighbor or friend who does. So please reach out to the Boston Fire Department, and the Fire Prevention Unit will get you set up right away. We want to make sure that you know about this information and that we're getting it to you now so that we can save lives. We also want to celebrate that this part of the fire department does free smoke detector installations for low-income seniors. They run the Sound Off program, encouraging young people to find the smoke detectors in homes and replace them if they're missing or broken. So thank you again for not just being there, responding to any call that comes in, but also in the times to prevent those calls from coming in altogether. And most of all, we're here to celebrate the Boston Fire Department's Summer Teen Academy program. This was started in 2017 as part of the Summer Employment Program through the City of Boston. And the Fire Department's Teen Academy is a way for our incredible leaders in the city, our young leaders, to learn what it takes to be a Boston Fire Department firefighter. Oldest in the nation, the finest in the nation, and you're already getting trained. It's an incredible experience. From learning CPR like today, to throwing lines, practicing extinguishing fires in controlled scenarios, and thinking about career readiness, helping our young people plan ahead. This program offers valuable training, insights, and brings in guest speakers from all different industries and professions as well. And so we look forward to hearing from two of our young leaders in a little bit about what this program means and what their experience has been. And for any of you all who have been going through these weeks and are thinking, this is it, this is what I want to spend my life doing, helping my community, getting involved and making a difference in this way, we are so excited that this year, thanks to Commissioner Burke's leadership, we will be launching the first ever class of Boston Fire Cadets. This will be a pipeline directly into the department. The department will look to open this position and hold interviews this fall and make selections in the spring. Anyone who has been involved in the fire department's Teen Academy program in the last 3 to 5 years is eligible to apply. And what age range do you think the cadet program will be?
I believe it's to 26.
18 to 26?
18 to 26.
Okay. And so for now, we think more details will come out, that the fire cadet program will be for those ages 18 to 26, 27? 18 to 27, 25, 18 to something, 18 to probably 25 at least. And again, keep your eye out for the application process. In closing, I want to thank all of our firefighters at the department for continuing to keep our residents safe and battling blazes in this incredible heat. Thank you to our Fire Prevention Education Unit for all that you do to help us stop fires before they start and to ensure that all of our residents, including our residents with disabilities, are safe in their homes. To this year's Teen Academy participants, I want to wish you luck as you head into the final few days and into school or onto the next step as you transition out of this program. We are so grateful for all the contributions that you are making to our city and will continue to make. And then, just because we want to make sure to reach all of our residents, otra vez en español, buenos días a todos. Los últimos días me han dado nostalgia por el invierno. Ha habido muchísimo calor. De hecho, el pasado mes de junio fue el más caluroso registrado en Boston. Y sabemos que el calor extremo no solo aumenta la probabilidad de que empiecen incendios, sino que también los hace más peligrosos de combatir. Aumenta el riesgo de agotamiento por calor y otros riesgos para la salud relacionados con el calor. Estamos viendo esos impactos en Boston. Por eso, estamos hoy aquí para adoptar un enfoque proactivo en materia de seguridad y prevención de incendios. Así que gracias al Teniente Perkins por mostrarnos hoy el sacudidor de camas y a todo el equipo de prevención de incendios del Departamento de Bomberos de Boston. El sacudidor de camas es solo un gran ejemplo de cómo estamos invirtiendo en tecnología y recursos para mantener la seguridad de todos los residentes. El Departamento de Bomberos tiene algunos sacudidores disponibles, gratis, para los residentes que los necesitan.
También quiero reconocer que la Unidad de Educación para la Prevención de Incendios hace tanto en nuestras comunidades, desde la instalación gratuita de detectores de humo para personas mayores con bajos ingresos, hasta el lanzamiento del programa Sound Off, que anima a los jóvenes a localizar los detectores de humo en sus casas y a sustituirlos si faltan o están rotos. Quiero darles las gracias en nombre de toda la ciudad por todo el trabajo que hacen para mantener la seguridad de nuestras comunidades. También estamos aquí para celebrar el programa Summer Teen Academy del departamento, iniciado en 2017 como parte del programa de empleo de verano a través de la ciudad. El programa es una gran manera para que los jóvenes aprendan lo que se necesita para ser un bombero de Boston, desde el aprendizaje de la RCP hasta el lanzamiento de líneas y la práctica de la extinción de incendios en áreas controlados. Sé que dentro de un rato escucharemos a algunos jóvenes que compartirán lo valioso que ha sido este programa para ellos. Y para aquellos que descubren su pasión aquí, estamos muy contentos de lanzar nuestra búsqueda de la clase inaugural de cadetes de bomberos de Boston el próximo año. Queremos abrir el puesto y realizar entrevistas este otoño y hacer las selecciones esta primavera. Cualquier persona que haya participado en el programa BFD Teen Academy en los últimos años es elegible para aplicar. Para terminar, quiero dar las gracias a todos nuestros bomberos por seguir manteniendo a nuestros residentes seguros y luchando contra los incendios en este increíble calor. Y para garantizar que todos nuestros residentes, independientemente de su situación de discapacidad, estén seguros en sus hogares. A los participantes de Teen Academy de este año, quiero desearles suerte mientras se dirigen a las últimas semanas de este programa. Quiero agradecerles por las contribuciones que harán a nuestra ciudad. Gracias a todos. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. And now I get to hand it over to Aaliyah and Anthony, in whatever order you prefer.
Aaliyah, you want to go first?
So my time here at Teen Fire Academy has been amazing so far. I got to learn a lot of new life skills and how to protect myself during a fire. I got to know this job is giving me many opportunities for my future and what I want to do for a living. And it's inspiring me to join the military, and it's going to help me get into my FBI career.
Morning.
Good morning.
My name is Anthony Silva, and my experience in the Boston Teen Fire Academy has been amazing. They teach us not only how to be firemen and women, but also how to be successful. We've had the credit union come in the first week, teach us how to financially deal with money, and how other things that we don't learn or our parents haven't learned growing up. I am going in my senior year. I go to St. Joseph Prep. I'm 17, and I hope to join the National Guard if I'm planning to go to the military. But I do also hope to go to college and get to pursue that dream. Thank you.
I just want everybody to watch TV tonight, and when you tell your parents that, oh, I was on TV today was your first press conference and hopefully not your last. We hope to see each and every one of you graduating from the police academy, the fire academy, whatever academy. We want you to do well, listen to your mentors, and appreciate what you have today. Thank you very much.
questions from the media, including for our Teen Academy leaders?
Off-topic question.
Okay, any on topic first, and then I can. No. Okay, go for it.
There was a report that came out last night about Boston public schools. We were just wondering if you were concerned about the vast amount of vacancies in the ranks within Boston public school, and
The staffing.
yeah.
Yeah. Every department in the city, every industry right now is really struggling to make sure that we're filling positions. That's why programs like Teen Academy and our cadet program and other pipelines directly for our Boston residents are so important for city jobs that are good, decent jobs that help serve the public, and for other industries as well. And so we've been really partnering with lots of other folks, whether it's the MBTA or others, to talk about how we can help support and fill some of these positions. I am on the phone with our incoming school superintendent, Superintendent Skipper, constantly, and we will have some announcements fairly soon about some major leadership positions that are being filled, and they're working every day to make sure that from the bus drivers to the food service workers to classroom teachers, paraprofessionals, that we will be staffed up and ready to go for the beginning of the school year.
And finally, you proposed a pay raise for the next mayor and city council. Why would you do something like that right now?
So by law, the city is supposed to do an analysis of all of the salaries of cabinet heads, department heads, and those who are not covered by collective bargaining agreements in the city. The collective bargaining agreements and contracts we negotiate and have started in this office almost 9 months ago with every single one of our contracts expired. We've gotten a good way. Some of our major contracts, including the Boston Teachers Union and many of our municipal unions, have been settled, and so we're making good ground on that. But for the city workers and for the staff members who are in community every day but not covered by a collective bargaining agreement, the mechanism to make sure that people are getting a look at how their salaries should change over time is through a compensation review study. That study is supposed to happen every 2 years. I think because of the pandemic, it didn't happen 2 years ago, and so it's been a little while since any of those salaries were adjusted. So we have proposed an adjustment based on that research, comparing to what other cities provide, comparing to cost of living and other things in Boston, what would be reasonable salaries, given that those have not been changed in a number of years. That does include the elected officials, but the elected officials are different in that should this be voted on and passed, the salaries for those who are not elected officials would take effect actually retroactively starting August 1st, because again, there haven't been increases in a while. For elected officials, because it would be a conflict of interest to vote on our own salaries in the middle of giving yourself a raise, those would not take effect until after the next election. So 2 years later after January 2024 for City Council, and then January 2026 for the next mayor.
And comment on the MBTA.
Does anyone want to comment on the MBTA? Just the Orange Line?
And how it's going.
How it's going, okay.
On the tracks.
Yeah, we're counting down the days until this unprecedented shutdown happens. It's incredibly stressful for families all across Boston and everyone trying to get to the start of school and to work and to childcare pickup. It never should have gotten to this point, but we are where we are, and we need major fixes on the T. Our team at the city has been going back and forth with the MBTA almost every hour on the plans for where the buses that will substitute for the Orange Line will pick up, drop off, how we can make space for people to get on efficiently, how we're creating multilingual signage and materials so people know where to go, know what the options are, and we're putting a special focus on the Boston Public Schools, how to get our young people and educators to school who rely on the Orange Line. I want to remind everyone that in addition to the free shuttle buses that will be taking people along the different stops and managing those routes, the commuter rail will be available for anyone who has a Charlie card. You don't have to pay extra at all. to get on any stop on the commuter rail in Boston. Any Zone 1A, Zone 1, or Zone 2 stop is going to be basically free for anyone who has a Charlie card. And so we hope that that will alleviate some of the pressure as well, but we're working as hard as we can to make sure that the preparations, everything we could possibly do is in place before this starts. Great. Good. Okay, thanks everyone.
Teen Academy students, on what the mayor said about the Orange Line, any of you that ride the Orange Line, be careful, watch out for everybody at the bus stops. There's going to be a lot more people on the street. Watch out for the elderly. So there'll be more buses, school buses, MBTA shuttle buses in place of the Orange Line. Be careful out there on your way to school and watch out for your fellow students and any other citizen on the roadway. Thank you.